Lemons.
This is how you grow Meyer Lemons, and every single person can grow this. In fact, the team at Roberta says this is the only kind of lemon worth growing because these lemons are bred for more fruit, better fruit, faster fruit. They're juicy, they're delicious, and if you're thinking, oh, but I can't grow that, I'm going to repeat, everybody can have a lemon tree growing lemons inside their house.
So we've got it for you today. By the way, wait till you see the size of the plant that we ship to you. But today is your day to order these at $10.60 on Easy Pay with free shipping. M61274. That's your item number. Look at that. And by the way, Meyer lemons, they're the sweet lemons, right? They're the ones that really give you the most juice as well. Like they're always filled with a ton of juice.
And they always sell out. So every year we bring this to you, it sells out, and people start immediately asking, do you have any more of those lemon trees? The answer will be no when this sells out. We will ship these to you on May 20th. And the reason's really simple. We're not shipping you a new tree, we're shipping you a tree that's several years old. We can't go back in time and make more, grow more, right?
And by the way, look at the size that we shipped you. I'm gonna bring it over here so you can see.
And then we'll have Steph come in. But look at this. It already has, look at all the lemons on it.
Look at all the lemons on them,
Steph Walline is here with us from Roberta's. I think she's at the door.
Oh, there she
hello.
is. Oh, you're bringing a mixer?
You're my favorite kind of guest.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, Steph. Okay, this is one of those I can't believe it's real kind of moments, but it is completely real. I grow lemons in my bedroom in the winter.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
It is so cool. In snowy Pennsylvania.
Exactly. Anyone in the country can grow what I think to be the most delicious, juicy, sweet citrus there ever was.
What is a Meyer lemon?
Exactly. So let me start there. So a Meyer lemon is a cross between a mandarin orange and a traditional lemon. So you're getting the best of both worlds. Those two combined are going to give you this fruit right here. This is like the size of a grapefruit almost.
Now, and you told me last night that the fruit that we're cutting today actually came from your Uncle Eric's tree.
That's absolutely
right. The gentleman who presented the lavender, it's his tree that this came off of.
He likes to show off all of his beautiful fruits. Now, the first thing I want to mention is look at how thin the skin is on the outside, you guys. And if I can let you hold one in a second, they're very soft. It's very, almost like, it doesn't even feel like a lemon, which is normally kind of rough.
And they're super filled with juice.
You can eat the peel.
Yes,
which we will from Uncle Court. Now I'm going to show you just how juicy this really is. This is a half of a lemon. Imagine going to the grocery store, picking up a bag of, if you could even find Meyer lemons, they would be a pretty price. But that's the difference, is all of this juice came out of just a single half of a lemon.
Do you know how expensive lemons are even at the grocery
store?
And then you squeeze them and you get like a teaspoon of juice out?
Yes.
So grow your own. Like, you really can grow your own. We're going to tell you exactly how to do it. But if you do want these, it is already flying out of here. Do not wait. Now that...
I made you both.
Are these little lemon drops?
These are a little, you know, virgin lemon drop with a little slice. If you want to, you can absolutely eat that slice of lemon, which I'm going to join you
Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? Is this just lemon juice and water?
That's right.
Okay,
that's
I only
Meyer
know that.
lemon juice.
I'll be honest, I only know that because she gave this to me last night, and I thought it was lemonade with sugar.
Isn't it incredible?
There's no sugar in here.
There's no sugar in this?
No, exactly. It's straight Meyer lemon juice with a little ice to, you know, cool it down.
Like sugar-free because it's just the lemon. Look,
these
you want to join me?
I love
you can eat these.
I'm going to eat the peel because your Uncle Court's always like, tell him you can eat the peel.
It's that sweet.
It's so sweet. It has a beautiful, juicy, delicious flavor. It's unlike a traditional lemon.
And by the way, it's not overly like acidic either.
That's right. You don't pucker up.
It's
like,
delicious.
I can't necessarily have things that are overly acidic, right? It gives me acid reflux.
Right.
I have a Meyer lemon tree in Palm Springs, and I love going out and picking one fresh every single morning.
Look what we're going to ship you for free.
Yes, I'm so happy you guys showed this before. So this is a 1-gallon container, the largest plant that we send free of charge to your door. Now, you guys, this plant in and of itself has about 15 baby fruits already growing.
Now, normally, though, if you were going to buy a lemon tree someplace else, it would take several years to get fruit. You did the waiting and growing for us.
That's right. All citrus, they need to be at least 3 years old. Well, we don't want to send you something that's not going to give you fruit this year, so we did the waiting.
Wouldn't it be so terrible if you sent us something and you said, you expect your first lemon in 2028 or 2029?
Exactly. So we did the waiting for you. You're going to have fruit, if not right out of the box, very quickly thereafter. And I want to show you guys on this larger tree.
Are these all little like lemons?
Can I pick one?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wait.
There's also one here, Sandra, that might be a little easier.
All right.
And I have this.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and just snip that off. So this is a little bit smaller than the last
already
one.
ordered.
but let me show you, it's gonna be just as juicy. So, you know, it really doesn't matter. You can wait for it to get a little larger. But look again,
we
just picked this right off of the tree.
Do we have that video of, now my tree has actually gotten bigger. This is from a couple of years ago. But take a look. It was like a snowy day, wearing my barefoot dreams.
I love it.
Take a look. Okay, it's still snowy outside, but I want to show you one of my coolest houseplants from Roberta's. I'm growing these lemons in my bedroom, and look, some are ready to be picked right now. And then, truly, like the size of those lemons, and we actually have, I think, some pictures of my lemons. You'll notice because, well, that's my hand.
There you go.
That's in my kitchen. Look at the size of the lemons. And then one day, I actually think it was before I did that video because I picked most of the lemons. That's one time picking lemons from my bedroom tree. How wild is that?
From your bedroom tree, I love that.
I get up in the morning and pick a lemon.
Wait, and you gotta see, up here. Come up here if you can.
Yes.
And all of these are gonna be little like lemons that are growing, right? Like, you have to come in really close to see them because they're still very tiny right now. When do we expect the lemons?
It's a great question. So, your tree is always going to be doing something. So actually, the tree that Sandra is holding has a little bit of everything going on.
This is my favorite thing in the world.
Yes.
Is the smell of the flowers.
Those beautiful flowers, which smell divine. Now, if you don't know, all of our fruit come from flowers. So those flowers are eventually going to turn into fruit.
I'm eating another.
Go for it. Please help yourself. So actually, you're going to leave your tree outside in the summer. Take it to summer camp. Let it enjoy the really hot months. And then once our temperatures drop, you know, about 45 or colder, bring it inside. So into your bedroom, living room, wherever you want. And then it's actually in the colder months that your tree is going to start to produce those beautiful lemons. Now, for Alberti, who has a house in Palm Springs, I'm in Southern California, I leave mine outside all year round.
Yeah.
But the really great thing is you don't have to live where it's warm year round. I mean, Sandra lives here in Pennsylvania, and
I
she
have
still
lemons
gets to enjoy
giant Meyer lemons that are so much more delicious than what I'm buying at the grocery store, that's for sure.
Exactly.
The other thing too is for people who look at this and maybe see a big tree and say, but I have a small apartment or I'm doing small space living.
Look at that one.
Yeah, this is like almost like our sun patience.
Yes.
It will grow to fit the pot, right? So if you want to keep it small, leave it in a smaller pot.
Just don't change it to a bigger pot.
Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, this is Uncle Eric's outside in his patio in Indiana. His is nice and big, and they really do just become covered with these beautiful fruits. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Meyer lemon, it's a cross between an orange and a traditional lemon. So why that's important is it's now, you know, it's considered the chef's choice of citrus, the bartender's choice, because of all of the delicious, sweeter lemon juice. This, what I'm holding in my hand, is all the juice from just that one lemon
that was
I cut.
one lemon. Wow.
Can you imagine?
You know,
that's one lemon.
That's the
juice of one lemon.
Isn't it so awful when you spend all that money at the grocery
and
store
you get nothing?
and you're like trying to get 1 tablespoon
and
out
you're
of
like
a
rolling the lemon as hard as you can to try to get a little bit of juice.
And you know what? They taste so good. Eric, you know, her Uncle Eric, he's constantly like in the wintertime, he'll text me a picture of like a lemontini that he makes. And,
he's a fan.
Yeah, here's how it's going to come to you.
That's right. So this is a 1-gallon container. We ship this free of charge to your doorstop. Now, like Sandra mentioned before, if you were lucky enough to find a Meyer lemon tree on another, you know, garden website, probably isn't going to be 3 years old. And that's what the Roberta's difference is. We've done the waiting for you because citrus needs to be 3 years to produce fruit.
So how long between this and
say
that?
this size?
This is probably after like 2 or 3 months outside in the summer.
Wow.
So you're going to get your tree, you know, when it's the right time, put it outside, maybe pick up a bag of our potting mix to put in your container.
So mine just went through this where
that phase.
All of a sudden my entire tree, and this was like around Christmas time, was covered in these white flowers. So we're kind of past it. But imagine this like a decorative plant covered in white flowers that smelled so good. I would walk in my bedroom and it would just smell like heaven.
Yes.
Once the flowers fall off, then you can see little lemons.
That's
and
right.
I'll hold it so you can see. Look, so here's where the flowers are falling off, but now they're starting to grow little lemons. If I were going to say I'm going to really go for it and have a tree this size, well, how old would you say this tree is?
This is probably after 4 or 5 years from the time that you receive it. So,
but it doesn't have to get that big if you don't want it to.
That's right. And Sandra, I did want to mention, and Alberti, to pick up a bag of Roberta's Bounty. Now, if you got the time release, that would work too, but I do highly suggest getting the Bounty because you want to feed the plants that feed us, you know? So you get a bag of this and make 60 gallons. Did you just down your martini?
It's insane
How good it
amazing
is.
Yeah.
lemon water tastes when it's made with your own Meyer lemon.
I know
It truly tastes like, I'm not kidding,
No
it tastes
sugar.
like lemonade.
Absolutely
yeah.
right.
And there was no added sugar to
Yeah.
it.
That's right. Now this is the lemon that we just cut off. And it was a little bit smaller, but still, I mean, imagine all of the juice that's coming off of here. You no longer have to go to the grocery store. And to Sandra's point, having them in the winter is so special because here it's so cold.
You know what they feel like? They feel like little water balloons.
Yeah.
They kind of
Like,
do.
you remember
like,
when you were a kid,
yes.
you used to fill the balloons with water
Yes.
and throw them at each other?
Because they're so full of
'cause
juice.
They're
That's
all
right.
juice, right?
Yeah.
And if I bit right through this, the juice would go everywhere. Like, that's
Can
really...
we show that picture of me holding that lemon again? Because for anyone who's just joining us, like, oh, I'm dropping lemons.
That's okay.
I just want to show you, like, this originally, when I took this picture, I never thought that it was going to be on air. The reason I took this picture is I wanted to text it to her Uncle Eric and say,
That's
like, look,
right.
I did it too.
It's
and
awesome.
then I took this in my kitchen. I had picked those lemons in my bedroom and snapped a picture and
cool.
texted it to Eric, and so now we show it. But when I took that picture, I didn't know you were going to see it. My point is, everyone can do that. That's not a staged picture. That's a, oh my gosh, look what I got.
Exactly.
Texting Eric, I see you, you're Lemontini, and I raised you 5 of my own.
There you go. That's incredible. And the really cool thing that Alberti was saying is, if you don't have a large space, you really don't need to put it in anything much larger than what we send it to you. This is a 1 gallon, maybe get a 2 gallon container, and if that's all the room you've got, no problem, because this is a testament that no matter the size, you're still going to get
How much
fruit.
should you water them? I mean, I just make sure you don't over or under water.
It's a great question. When it's outside in the summertime, it's a heavy water and feeder. So when it's really hot, I would water it probably 4 or 5 times a week. Now, when you bring it inside, you'll notice it's going to not dry out as fast. So maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay, and I ask because there was a period of time where I think I overwatered my lemon tree and the leaves started to get a little yellow and it was telling me too much. And then
that could also be a
and then I
nutrient
backed up,
deficiency, which is why you want to use the Bounty.
Oh, okay.
Because the Bounty gives it both the micro and macronutrients to really allow those flowers to turn into those plump, juicy
lemonade, lemontinis.
Yes.
Maybe you're baking with it. You know, Meyer lemons are the perfect lemons for baking. If you like to make lemon bars or lemon pies like that. But here's what's really lovely about it. There's nothing like picking the fruit fresh off of a tree in your own backyard or in your own house.
Or like, in your own house to pick lemons. And Alberti, I think you're really right, because for anyone who says, I don't have a big outdoor garden or I don't have the space to grow even like, big container of tomatoes or something, if you can just even have a little balcony, like a little balcony in the city where you can put out your smaller lemon tree in the summer and bring it in, you can, from your studio apartment, pick lemons. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need a lot of space.
I would never eat the lemon rind off of like a traditional lemon.
Never.
Especially not on camera.
Yeah, no, because I'd puck her up. I'd puck her up, right?
Yep.
These, the skin is so thin. I mean, you really could eat them like an apple.
That you really could, and my brothers do, but not on TV, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They really are so juicy, and all you really need is 1 or 2 off of your own tree. This bowl is about to overflow, you guys. Imagine all the recipes that you can make with just this amount of lemon juice.
And it tastes better because
oh my gosh,
it's not so sour. Like
Absolutely.
the lemon juice from your Meyer lemon tree always tastes better. I think when you grow it yourself, it always tastes better
so
anyway.
too.
100%.
But,
I really
but
believe
truly,
that.
like, Meyer lemons are expensive. Some grocery stores don't even have them most of the year. Grow your own. And especially if you're someone who lives in an area where, like right now, it's been so miserable cold here. It makes me really happy to get up in the morning and see a bright yellow lemon growing in my bedroom.
And do you know what I want to remind you? If you're shopping with us and you're, thinking about getting the lemon tree, it sells out every year.
It does.
And of course, we'll bring it back again next year. But here's what I'll tell you. Once we sell out, we can't bring any more back this year.
That's right.
They've only grown as many as they've grown. It takes 3 years to get to here and to bring you the quantities that we bring you at QVC.
So if we could go back to 2022 and say, Steph, we're going to need more in 2025.
Right.
We would. However, she's working now on the trees for 2028.
That's right.
The point is, we're not sending you tiny baby trees. We're sending you trees that you can start getting lemons on. You will get lemons the first year.
Absolutely.
Even
yes.
if we
This
send
one
you
has
ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
But I'll
7,
tell you what, I
8,
bought mine a few
9,
years ago.
10, 11.
That's
and
right.
it didn't have and when it got it home, I'm just gonna be, mine did not have a lemon on it, yours might, but I still got lemons the first year.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you get it home and it's not loaded with lemons, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get them the first year.
You will.
Yeah.
And you will never want to go back to traditional store-bought lemons. My wife, we just bought a new house in California, and it came. Thank you.